Hey everyone, this is Luminous and Doc coming you guys with a pro digital commentary. Today we'll be casting Orange versus MUFC, and this is from the ESTC Electronic Sports Thailand Championship. I believe this is a semi-final match, or if it's not semi-final, it is one of the match that's later on in the tournament. MUFC and Orange, you guys should be very familiar with these two teams if you're watching some of my later commentary, but let's introduce my dual commentator today. His name is Doc, and he's one of DC's regular casters. Doc, why don't you give yourself a quick introduction and then we'll go into the picks.
Hey, what is up, everyone? Definitely happy to be here. Yeah, I've seen a MVFC play in a Dota 2 tournament a few times, and I've also seen Orange in my last commentary. If you want to check that out in my channel, you can do that. And also, if you guys are celebrating Thanksgiving, well, happy Thanksgiving to you all, because I'm celebrating it as well.
Canadians, eh?
Yeah,
Hey. All right, let's go into the picks here. No bans, of course. This was an AP remix, so we could only guess what it was banned. But let's focus on what's on hand. We have a Destroyer, a Lich, a Windrunner, a Sand King, and a Puck on Sentinel. Vengeful Spirit, Enigma, Rasta, Lycan, and the Venomancer and Scourge. Would you like to talk about any specific team or any specific hero?
Well, Destroyer is definitely one of those kind of wild cards you don't see very often in picks, but in this game here, I would definitely assume that they picked Destroyer after they saw the Lycan pick, because Lycan is being a strength hero, but he's not that tanky. Because that's the thing. He'll move fast and he does a lot of damage, but he's not as tanky as you would think. And picking Destroyer, I think it would actually go a fairly it would do them fairly well, especially if the Destroyer can get some fast ints and able to outcarry the Lycan, because that ultimate will do a lot of damage to this team, because the only two ints I see on Orange right now is the Rasta and the Enigma, and even if with the high amount of it right now, the ulti from Orange. Aside from that, they also got some fairly good AoE ultis as well from MUFC. They have the Sand King with the what's that thing, earthquake thingy? I forgot what it's
Epicenter.
called. But, right, Epicenter, and the Puck's thing to make sure that no one's runs, and Puck's ulti would also help a little bit against Lycan before he gets his BKB as well, because that stun will definitely keep him within that circle to keep him from chasing the weak heroes such as Winner and Legend, especially the Destroyer here. What about the Scourge pick? What do you think about that?
I want to talk about Sentinel a little bit more. I'm going to agree with you that the Destroyer is probably a very good counter pick in this case. Actually, Destroyer has been making a couple appearances lately because he is a strong counter to some of the heroes such as Lich, such as Anti-Mage, such as Weaver, Lycan in this case, because he can always banish, not just on the DPS department, but he can always banish the Lycan before he gets a BKB, or he could banish whoever the Lycan is focusing. And even if the banish is not there, you have Frost Armor to help out. And if you look at the Scourge Sentinel lineup, who is the Lycan's going to focus? You can't really focus Puck because you got so many survival spells. Sand King's got Burrow Strike, he's got Sandstorm, so he could always survive. There's a Windrunner on the Windrunner, and you always have Frost Armor, so who is Lycan going to focus on here? I don't really know. But let's go back to the Scourge lineup for a little bit here. This is definitely very non-standard. Lycan is a strong semi-carry, but you can't really expect him to do it alone. Especially not against Destroyer. So if you look at the Scourge lineup, this is a very, very push-heavy lineup. I'm expecting Scourge to go for some very early push, maybe like 10 minutes in after Rasta gets a level 11 wards, after that quick Vlads, and maybe even BKB on the Lycan. That's what I expect, but Orange known to do something fancy or weird. So, you know, we can't really expect too much. So, Doc, any final words before I pause, or you think we're good to go?
Yeah, aside from being a push lineup for Orange, they also have some fairly good disables as well, with the amount of slows and disables from the Vengeful Spirit and Rasta. So even though they don't have too many AoEs, they only have two. That's the Black Hole and the Venomancers. But they have a lot of single target disables as well. So they're most likely going to try to get a gank off before going into a push, and it's just not like all hard push and anything. They gotta take the enemy by surprise, because if they don't take it by surprise, they're gonna be prepared, and Puck, Winner, and the Sand King, they're gonna just be prepared to just nuke down away before anything can even happen. So I think they're gonna use a lot of smokes in this game. That's just my prediction.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically it.
And let's unpause in 3, 2, 1. go. And I like how you brought up, you say the Scourge needs to surprise the Sentinel. And so far, just judging from the item, I'm a little bit surprised here, because if you look at the Lycan, he doesn't have a Ring of Basilius. That's an indication that he won't be going to jungle, because you have to have a Ring of Basilius when you go in jungle. And it looks like the Enigma is the one that purchasing Ring of Basilius, so we might see some laning Lycan. This is definitely not the standard way to play the Lycan. It can be done, although I think Lycan farms so much quicker in the jungle. And it looks like we have a smoke attempt of some sort going to top lane. No, they're going to just be warding very aggressively. Yeah, Lich has that 2 wards. I think they are expecting the Lycan to be going on the top jungle, so you want to ward off at least a pole cap, as he's going to be doing it right here. I think Scourge may be doing the same thing, although the Sentinel doesn't really have any strong jungler. Maybe they're just putting down a ward. We see a smoke of the sea on the Venomancer and wards on Venge, so I assume these are going to be the roaming party. But this Lycanthrope, I don't know what lane he'll go into, and if so, like, how will he lane it? And it looks like both teams might meet up a little bit in the Sentinel jungle.
Yeah, it seems like as if they realize that the Scourge is kind of somewhere in the jungle, so they're gonna keep it away before they actually go on them. So we have 4 heroes right now trying to get something going on. But I think Enigma might actually do an offensive jungle here and then have a... Oh, man, this Sand King definitely needs to be a bit careful here. He does have a smoke, and he's... Oh, he is seen right now. He is seen. So what is going to happen here? There is Wolves, and he's standing in a very awkward position right now. There is going to be 1 stun, and Malphite's coming in as well, and he is just going to die. So that was a very easy first blood.
That was such a... Like, you don't expect this to... Well, I guess you could kind of expect it. But that was the first blood going to Extinct, which is playing the Ventral Spirit. That's going to be a quick boost of speed. And looks like actually, they're doing a 4-man push bot. That's why I had a mental pause. I was like, what? Okay, so this makes sense now. But one thing I want to really importantly point out about right now is we have Malphite on the Enigma. We have Venomous Gale on the Venomancer. We have Stun on the Ventral Spirit. You have 4 heroes trying to push bot, but they only have 1 pushing skill. So this tower is going to actually survive for quite a bit of time. And even though Sand King gave up first blood, that actually might have worked for better, as they will be defending this tower very easily. Like, you only have the right click power. They don't dare get close to that Scourge level, Sentinel level 1 tower, because they're going to sustain so much damage. And this wave generally will be mowed down very quickly if you have Eidolons, you have wards, but now they don't, so they're taking quite a bit while. And I think right now this is a very smart thing for the top lane for the Sentinel to push. They need to get a Ring of Basilius quick, keep that ring on. This Lich shouldn't be denying at all anymore, and just go for a push. You could actually get down an enemy tower way before yours drop. But let's see how they're going to be playing it.
Yeah, they're definitely just waiting for the Enigma to hit level 2 right now, and you can see where the Ventral Spirit and the Venomancer, they're actually running a little bit far behind. Okay, never mind. I was hoping that what they should do is let the Enigma hog some more of the HP than needed, so he can get to level 2 as soon as possible, but they can get it now, so this is fine. And with the Eidolons at level 2, I think they can definitely make this push happen. But yeah, in the meanwhile, like you said, top right now, Winner and Lich. Lich is definitely not needed here to be free farming with the Winner, so Lich should be like doing something, or even let the Lich solo and then let the Winner go and help, because the power shot could actually make a difference in the pushing as well. But right now they're not going to, and they're going to actually get another gank attempt on the Puck. Puck is level 1, and he already uses Illusory Orb, so he's just going to go down, and I don't think they have any more stuns for the Sand King, so they're going to continue cutting off creeps. And the tower right now, oh, one creep escaped, so that creep actually is going to be able to distract the Scourge wave for just a bit more, so the tower is going to survive for just a bit longer right now.
Man, that's 1 hero creep. Allow actually 3 creeps under Sentinel tower to be destroyed right now. Actually, I believe Scourge, Sentinel MUFC here is making a huge mistake. I continue to see net eating creeps. I see Windrunner keeping his Ring of Basilius off, should be turning on and just go for a push, man. There's no one defending it. You know you're going to be losing a bot tower for sure. Why don't you just take a tower for a good trade, right? But no, they're not going to be doing it, and that's completely baffling. We have an invisible Venomancer in the mid lane, Ventral Spirit trying to come around, maybe get a gank against Destroyer. Destroyer at level 4 already, 500 HP. We're definitely going to need a little bit more assist from the Shadow Shaman. You see the Shadow Shaman is getting out lane as well. Destroyer being one of the best solo mid, especially against int hero. You could always just Astral Imprisonment the enemy hero and take away their int. Ventral Spirit is going to give away the fact they are trying to gank the Destroyer. Destroyer smartly flies very back, gets the boost of speed, and he's going to be playing very safe. Sand King is going to be smoked up and trying to do something mid.
I actually liked how they timed it fairly well here. I've seen a bunch of StarCraft replays, so timing is like fairly good in terms of like getting a tech and then building up units at the right time and stuff like that. And I think they timed it fairly well in terms of the moment that the tower went down or about to go down, they sent the two supports to go gank mid, but unfortunately it didn't work out because he did actually they didn't actually make that gank happen because Destroyer was playing very defensively. So that was fairly good for MUFC to actually detect that. And they're kind of just a group in jungle right now. Don't know what they're doing. Enigma is just kind of doing his own thing in terms of getting more farm and levels right now. But Vengeful Spirit doesn't really need to be here to be kind of just babysitting the Enigma. As you see right now, actually Sand King still at level 1. He's actually going to get highly disabled right now. And continue chasing right now. And Lycan needs to just cut him off right now. And no, he's actually going to go up the hill, but he's terrible Warcraft 3 AI movement, and he failed to burrow strike up the hill right there.
Level 1 Burrow Strike says, I only have 400 range and that's not doing anything for me. Even though I agree with what you said, the Vengeful Spirit and Enigma might not be doing the best thing in the jungle, like they're actually not doing anything before that Sand King ganked. But what is accomplishing by that is, well, they're keeping the Destroyer a little bit defensive, they're keeping the puck back, they're keeping the Sand King back, because if you have a Vengeful Spirit and Enigma missing your jungle, at the very least there's some mentals like, oh shoot, maybe I need to back up a little bit. It looks like they might be going on the Destroyer. Destroyer with the boots speed is going to outrun the Venge and the Rasta, who doesn't have the boots right now. Still on the top lane here, no amount of damage being on the tower. Yeah, the tower is at full HP at this point. What is this Windrunner and this Lich doing? I guess it is, I mean, if they do get level 6 on the Lich, it's going to be a huge deal, especially against these very lowly level Scourge heroes. But I mean, just get a tower. You could get tower and still level 6, right? So I'm really confused what's going on in the top lane. Sand King is going to try to come in once again. And I think with a highly level Windrunner, they can do something happen. Windrunner might be in position. No, the very smart ward of Venomancer is going to scout it out. And that should be the end of that gank attempt. As we see Scourge pushing in the mid lane.
Yeah, with the Scourge pushing in mid lane right now, it's really hard for them to defend because they have no AoEs right now. It's just Lich and Destroyer, and Destroyer doesn't have Orb, so that means he's not going to be able to one-shot those summons right now. They're going to do quite a bit of damage to the tower. There's nothing that the Destroyer can do right now other than just kind of like try to feed something off and stealing more int just to be annoying right now. He's sitting at 300 mana right now, so hopefully he's not going to get gayed by chance, by luck, and then lose all his mana, but because that would really suck. He definitely needs to keep his mana up to get his level 6 if they do decide to engage. And then meanwhile right now, Lycan actually on bottom doing quite a bit of hurt to the tower as well. There's nothing really the Puck can do either, because Puck is already 3 levels behind, and Lycan being level 6 he can just jump in there with his wolf form and just chase him down, and there's nothing the Puck can do. And to be honest, I think that's what he's about to do right now. You see the wolves going in, but that wolves kind of gave it away that he's gonna go for it. So coincidence that I just played like in the game last game. So yeah, like if you send your wolves up there, your enemy's gonna run back. So never do that if you're gonna decide to chase. You gotta pop your ulti and just run in.
Yeah, well, I think even if he's chasing the puck back, that is going to give himself a free tower. As you see, Lycan with the Vlad's finish, not only does it give you the lifesteal, but more importantly, gives you the extra 5 armor on your creeps. That is just absolutely huge in the early stage of the game, and also gives you quite a bit of attack bonus aura. As you see, the tower is going to be mowed down very quickly. Who's going to get the last hit? It's going to be Lycan. Puck phases that magic missile, very well done there, but another tower being taken down. Still no tower claim on the top lane, even though it's a solo Venomancer against a Sand King and a Windrunner. I'm not really liking MUFC's aggression. They're defending very valiantly. I mean, 7 minutes in, they only lost 2 tower on a 4-man push. That's not too bad. It's just that I think they could be getting a lot more in return. Meanwhile, Scourge, they do have the Vlad finish, like I pointed out earlier, so they can be going for a very, very early Roshan. And I think they should take advantage of that, because you know that Puck is not hitting 6 anytime soon. You know that Chain Frost is not going to be up, as we see Lich going on the mid lane against the Rasa. Rasa is going to be in trouble. And now here we go. There's a nuke. There's a stun. And they are going to get the kill. Who's going to get the kill? As we see Sharky on the Destroyer picks it up. You can see that his base damage is getting a little bit of ridiculous. They're trying, ooh, nice dodge on the magic missile, and that's going to be the end of that push. Yes, so I was saying earlier, you do have the Vlad, you should just be going for Roshan, because it's basically free. You know the Sentinel can be disrupting you, and really you need the EXP. You know, generally you get the Roshan for the go and for the Aegis, but right now Roshan wouldn't be a bad source of an EXP. It's like basically a huge neutral camp, and I think the entire team could be benefiting from it, but Scourge not doing that either.
Yeah, we actually see Lich scouting out here, but he's a little out of position. I did think they saw this though, but Oh, they
Yeah.
can because yeah, they have the ward a little bit too forward, so all this Roshan area was black, so they couldn't tell where the Lich went, so that was pretty good for Lich to actually hide in Roshan area and just TP out safely. But yeah, like you said, I do agree with you that they probably should be going for Roshan right now. Lycan already having the Velas, he should be able to actually solo the Roshan by himself. But instead, he's actually got a pair of boots, which usually it's not needed, especially when you have that ulti for him. But he's just going to continue going bottom and just continuing to farm. And then meanwhile, we see mid tower going down to the roster was very easy tower right there, and yeah, and Winner is still not doing enough pressure on top. He's just continuing to farm. She does have phase boost though, so she's fairly tanky, or yeah, fairly strong right now, and having 1,300 gold in her bank, so she should be able to get her next item, which I would assume is either a Force Staff or a Mecha, because Puck is too poor to get one, and yeah, so Winner will most likely get one to be able to survive the endurance battle.
Yeah, I'd like to point out that Destroyer is also getting some, I guess, non-traditional items. Well, no talisman first is not bad. Of course, interest is necessary, but generally you want to go for as quick of a Force Staff as possible. As you see a nuke on that Nigma. Nigma very low, no black hole right now. There's a disruption. There's that ult Sanity Eclipse doing an insane amount of damage. The second person is going to be going down. We need a Burrow Strike. We're going to get a Burrow Strike. Dreamco gets 2 as well. Rasa in huge trouble. He's trying to nuke, but he is going to go down, and that was 3 kills going in the favor of the Sentinel team. And now we do see the Windrunner in position. That means they are going to be pushing the mid tower, and this mid tower's life expectancy is absolutely low. What is Lycan doing in the meantime? He can be trying to go for the high ground, but no, he's actually going to turn back. I think that's a little bit more defensive on the Orange part than they really need to, because you know the mid tower is going to be pushed. Why don't you just at least force a TP back or two? But no, he's going to be jungling, which I suppose is going to get him an extra 100 gold, but for what you're losing, it's not worth it. Sentinel deciding not to push from that. I'm a little bit surprised. I think they could have got the push off, but looks like they're going to turn back.
Yeah, it just seems as if both teams are playing extremely defensive when they obviously, like, from our perspective, we don't need to, but I mean, when you're when you're like in the zone, like when you're like within the game, you're a bit more careful because you don't see what we see. Like, we see that like the winner is top, we see the Venomverse is still at top and things like that, so we know that they probably can pull this off. But sometimes for when you're being a player, you only see half of what we see, right? So they might be a little bit concerned over, it's like, should I push right now or should I not? And as we see, we actually see a smoke gank attack right now, and the ward does see the Sand though, so they're just right here to make sure that the Lycan is going to be okay. And oh, that crow's going in! Someone kill that crow! Someone kill that crow!
Oh, there's a courier shield being popped right now, and they're going to scout that the Lycan is doing the Roche, but there's nothing they could do about it. Puck is not going to come in, and that is going to be a free agent for the Lycanthrope. Actually, Lich very bravely runs in right now. He's going to be in trouble. Ult drops off on everyone is the Venomancer. They're going to try to chase down the Sand King with the boots right now. It's running fairly quickly. We do see Puck going to try to dodge it out there, and Lycan Wolf is going to be coming in, is going to get an extra kill. Orange actually capitalizing on Sentinel's mistake, and now they're going to pick off yet another hero of CC. Rasa somehow made it on the high ground, and that's 4 kills and Aegis for the Scourge team, and they are trying to push level 2 tower or maybe even go for the high ground. I think Sentinel was in a huge beneficial position. They just got 3 or 4 kills in the mid lane, but they just gave it all back, and Scourge is one of those lineup that is thirsty for EXP, and they just got a whole bunch because they're going to be pushing S3 or 4, so they're not going to get any EXP, but you just gave them 4 kills, and now Scourge is sitting very pretty.
Yeah, I definitely think that Scourge definitely caught the Sentinel by surprise there, because the smoke kind of helped out because there was actually a Sentinel ward over there at that time, and they didn't see any of the heroes until it was too late. Puck was already in, and Lich didn't even realize that there were heroes on the high ground, so he went in and just kind of died. Venomancer's ulti definitely got everyone low, so they were on the run, and you can't really run from a Lycan like that. And that was a pretty good job on the Rasa as well, being able to go on the high ground, realizing that he doesn't really need to follow his whole team, and cut off the Puck as well. So surprisingly though, they couldn't get a push off because it's such a low spawning time right now. I mean, look at the levels on Sentinel right now. The highest level is a level 8, so the respawn time is very high. So unless they get get a gank off during the Sentinel jungle. Oh my god, there's actually going to be Enigma getting first shackle shot at, and there's a Chain Frost. Chain Frost actually bouncing to the Lycan. Lycan just completely bladed Enigma, and then meanwhile Extinct went down, and Vandal Spirit is going to go down as well. So this time around, Scourge was the one that actually got caught by surprise, and Lycan is luckily he's going to be able to just go back to the jungle and continue farm a little bit more. So they didn't really lose out too much on that, and Venomancer actually did quite a bit of damage on the. No, never mind. I was about to say he was going to get a bit more damage on the top tower, but unfortunately he only pushed away 2 there in order for the Sand King to actually get most of the farm right now. But go ahead, what were you going to say?
Yeah, as you expect correctly there, we are going to see a lot of Smoke of the Sea. Smoke of the Sea initiating a lot of team fights on both ends, and both these team fights, whoever pops the smoke is the one that's winning the team fights. Venomancer trying to get a push going on, but in that last team fight, I want to point out that Sand King Burrow Strike was absolutely huge, disabling 2 hero along the process, but more importantly, disabling the Rasta, because if you gave him the extra second, he's going to get off the wards, he's going to get off a Shackle, he's going to get off a Hex, and that can just turn the team fight around. Might not sound like a lot, spells from one hero, but those spells are very crucial if he uses it correctly, and that Sand King just completely bypassed it by getting the stun, and they got a quick Chain Frost kill, bouncing like crazy. That Lich Chain Frost just doing so much. Also, I want to explain the fact that why Venomancer wasn't in most of the fight. Of course, he was in that Roshan encounter, but sticking his snaky body on the top lane for most of the time, and that is because Venomancer is one of those very level dependent heroes. He is also a little bit more farm independent because he needs some mecha really to be helpful to his team. He already has the arcane boots. You want mecha arcane boots, and then you could go for some luxurious item to help out your team. So they're giving the Venomancer a lot of farm. You can see that his wards giving him quite a bit of CS as well, and that is to me the correct strategic kind of level distribution, gold distribution. In terms of the other item distribution, I think Lycan might need a BKB, or I think he definitely needs a BKB, especially against Destroyer in this game, and that should be his next item after the treads.
Yeah, definitely. I do think he needs a BKB right now, and Lycan, surprisingly though, I don't. Maybe. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I was just wondering, like, his item hasn't changed for a while, but look at the amount of gold in his bank at the moment. He has 4,000 gold right now in his bank, and he definitely could get his BKB right now because BKB is only 3,800 gold. It's surprising to see that he decided to not go for it. He might be saving enough to get a Radiance instead, and that is a bit more offensive, even though he needs the BKB, but he can definitely get the oh my god, we're about to see an engagement going on here. The Chain Frost, and that's going to kill the Venomancer, but Venomancer did manage to pop the ulti, but they're not going to go on this because they're so out of position, and Rasta is going to get disabled, TP a little too late, and he just get Burrow Strike, and he is just going to go down as well. Very valiant effort right there, and we're actually going to see, oh, these 2 heroes just TPing out frantically because they actually expected more heroes to come, but no, that's not it here, and Lycan's going to continue to farm here. He just bought an item, so where is it? Oh, that is a BKB, so that was surprising. He kind of just saved like all that gold and then just got a BKB right now. He definitely could have got it sooner.
Yeah,
I don't know why he saved it like that.
Maybe he's waiting to see where the game is heading. If they're going to be in advantageous position, maybe he could win for the Radiance. The Radiance is going to be a huge boon in terms of helping them push and also doing quite a bit of AoE damage as he's running around. But I think against this insane DPS lineup, insane stunning lineup with Sentinel, I think the BKB is the most logical and item choice, and he just went for that. I really dislike how again Orange is playing so defensive. You know a team fight is going to be happening. As a Lycan, you should be at the very least pushing and pressuring the lane. So far, he's just been mostly farming in the jungle, and yes, you can, as a Lycan, you can do that, but considering that you have a skill that turns you into a 552 move speed hero, you could always just stay very close to the base tower of the bot lane and just make sure that Sentinel, always have one person there. It's like, hey, you know what, if you ever leave here, I'm gonna go on your high ground. And even though the Lycan won't get a Rax, like for sure he's not going to get a Rax, at the very least he's going to keep one hero back and give his team an edge somewhere else. But no, he's going to be farming in jungle, and I just really dislike how both team is playing more defensive than they should. And yes, we're going to have to go back to Doc's comment. They only see half of what we see, and of course they don't have map hack going on. But regardless, I don't like how defensive they're playing right now.
Yeah, I totally agree with you with Lycan should be a bit more progressive, because right now, to be honest, it's almost as if that Lycan is more ahead, and I'm pretty sure he is ahead compared to the Destroyer, and so he should be transitioning to that advantage into pressure and keep making sure that the Destroyer doesn't get any more free farm to catch up. And right now the Destroyer is doing quite a bit of a free farm right now by himself, and he's going to be in time to defend this as well. So now they're pushing a little bit late, and like should be just pushing by himself to at bottom right now, which in this case they're actually doing a fairly good timing right now, whereas the bottom wave is out also pushing while they're going to siege up at mid as well. So is that the case here? They're going to go on the Lycan first. Lycan does have ulti though, so Aegis, so yeah, he's going to be okay, but losing it fairly quickly in this battle right now. They need to jump on something right now, and they're not initiating. No one's daring to jump right now. There is a smoke on the side for the Scourge heroes, but are they going to be going in? There we go. There's the BKB pop right now. Destroyer popping her Astro in prison right now, but he's going to be out in the open. Pops his ulti. Great shackle shot on the Enigma. Enigma goes down right away, and the Destroyer goes down right now, and Rasta's sticking around the Puck ulti, and these 3 heroes on Sentinel just all the way back, and this tower did go down. So I think Orange already achieved what they really wanted in this team battle, and that is getting both the Destroyer and getting the tower as well. So they're going to just take their winnings and fight another day.
Yeah.
Which Lycan's going to take this farm at top. Go ahead.
Lycan's farming top right now, but at the end of that team fight, even though Scourge got a kill, very important kill on that Destroyer, and also got a tower, I think, to the careful viewers, you would realize that Scourge is actually in trouble. And why may I say that? If you saw that BKB Lycan popped, and he is definitely the strongest unit on the map, and then the Destroyer just self-imprisoned. And what did Lycan do? Nothing. He just stood around and waited for the Destroyer to come out, and that wasted a huge part of his BKB. And the reason that he couldn't go on the rest of the team is because, like what I said earlier, Windrunner has Windrunner, Sandking has Sandstorm, Lich has Frost Armor, Puck has a whole bunch of spells to keep him alive. So as a Lycan, your only valid target is that Destroyer, and Destroyer says, oh, whatever. You know what? I'll self-imprison. And it's fine because it's your first charge of BKB, and it's a 10-second BKB. But as the game goes on and on, your magical immunity duration is going to be lower and lower, and sooner or later that Lycan is going to be food. It's really a wolf meal. And I know you guys are like, whoa, what's that, wolf meal? We Chinese, we eat everything. So like, I know everything about wolf meat. No, I never ate wolf, but I definitely have ate dog, just saying. But yeah, also, even though they got the tower, like, they lost the Aegis on the Lycan. You generally don't expect to lose the Aegis. Again, you are the strongest unit on the map. So to me, the Sentinel is sitting very pretty, and I think the Sentinel also realized that as we see a very bold item attempt. Obsidian Destroyer not going for the 4-staff, which is definitely kind of the standard. You want a little bit more survivability, give you a nice attack speed, nice int, nice damage overall, but he's going to go for Hex. And generally, if you want to go Hex against a push lineup, like, you got big balls. So like, he knows what he's doing, and he's going for the Hex. And if he ever finishes it, he's going to make the Scourge team pay.
Well, to be honest though, I think Destroyer could also use a Ghost Staff in this case, because
oh yeah,
the Ghost Staff will protect him from auto attacks. I don't know if you finished or not, because I think you cut off from TeamSpeak, so I couldn't hear anything. So I'd assumed that I was coming in at that time. So I apologize if I cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But, okay, yeah, and yeah, because he can actually, with the orb, if you manually click the orb, you can actually cast that during Ghost Staff as well. So that's just a kind of a neat trick you can do. And also, a good thing about Ghost Staff is that if you get poisoned by Master, that cancels out most of it as well. As you see, we're actually seeing a 4-man gank attempt on this team here. We're going to see, oh wow, instant pop of that on that thing right there, and Chainfrost's going back and forth, and oh man, they need to spread out. Rasta and Enigma taking so much damage right now, and they're gonna try to go on the Destroyer now, but Destroyer is gonna be okay. We're gonna see Sand King losing a lot of HP, but wow, Illusory Orb taking down both Lycan and the Rasta right now, and then the Scourge team is in a big trouble right now, and Enigma is just piecing out right now, and Vandermaster has the gem, so he actually draws the gem and destroys it before he's gonna give up his own life. Okay.
I mean, why the hell not? You know you're gonna die anyway, so destroys the gem. Triple kill being claimed by the Fair Dragon, so as predicted, Scourge in trouble. Lycan pops the BKB and says, oh dude, I'm Wolf, I'm strong, I'm big. And again, Destroyer says, hey, self-imprisonment, where are you at? And he actually survived that team fight, even though he was swapped, even though he was completely focused at in the beginning of the team fight. So right now, if you're on the Scourge team, you're not looking pretty. And let me see how Destroyer's doing on the go. He's sitting at 1,337 gold. That is always a nice. No, that's actually a bad amount to have. You want to have like over 9,000. But let's check out the CS for a little bit. 95 on Destroyer. And that's pretty much it. 98 on the Windrunner and 75 on the Puck. So despite facing a very harsh early game, he did manage to get 75, which isn't too bad considering that what he had to go up against. Mia on the Scourge side, they don't have any CS. Lycan does have 122. That's very surprising. It's actually been jungling quite a bit as well, so Lycan keeping up in terms of farm, but that's pretty much it. And you can see that he's trying to go for a little bit more damage. I don't think that's the answer, to be honest. I mean, even if he gets the MKB, that doesn't help you in terms of dealing with the imprisonment. So, not too sure whether that's the best item choice.
I think what he's trying to do is use that MKB to counter Winner right now, because Winner is gonna actually be in trouble once Lycan gets his MKB, because Winner is not gonna be able to run away anymore. I mean, her MS is gonna be fairly quick, despite getting focus. But she's going to still get a few hits off, and she can't be as free as before. So Lycan is just trying to find more targets to focus out right now. He realized that he can't focus out on the Destroyer because he's number one pretty tanky right now, and second he has Astral Imprisonment. So he's going to try to find other targets to go to. But what I want to talk about is that last team battle, they didn't coordinate very well. They did initiate on the Destroyer, but Lycanthrope was the main source of DPS, and he was a little bit late on that, so he wasn't able to get most of the damage off during those crucial disable times, and he came in a little bit after, so he was forced to chase, and that was why they managed to cover most of the field with Chain Frost and Puck's damage. So with that, most of the Scourge team kind of dissolved because of it. So if they can coordinate a bit better and just focus out on the Destroyer as soon as possible, especially with that Lycanthrope, then they should be able to win a team battle, because I think that's their number one priority right now.
Yeah, I'm actually not too sure about that, because they have the Dream Coil for as a backup, they have the Chain Frost, even though, I mean, Destroyer really didn't do too much damage in that team fight. I think he dropped off a Sanity Eclipse, but that was pretty much it. So I think that right now the big source of DPS is actually from the supports, and that's kind of not what we expect, but when you have Chain Frost, when you have Dream Coil, Epicenter, they can actually pack a punch, and as we've seen that in the past, we do have a 1-2 punch coming in from the right side. That is from the Sentinel. He's going to get a Burrow Strike, and there's a Blink Silence, and then they're going to get one creep. Dream Coil grabs the Venomancer as well. We do have the Volt. Chain Frost just on one hero. Grit swap from the Vengeful Spirit. They might actually save the Venomancer. Venomancer still is going to get nuked down. Wow, they are just relentless on that Venomancer. Venomancer finally died. This Enigma needs to get out. Black Hole gets 3 hero, but where is the DPS coming from the Scourge? There was no DPS. Here comes the Lycan though, his wolf form, trying to run out. Yeah, nice BKB. What is that going to do against Burrow Strike? Oh, the Sand King.
Oh man, that is a pretty good thing. But yeah, what I was talking about from my last battle was I was referring to the Scourge team about the DPS from Lycan, not the Sentinel. But yeah, anyways, as you see in this team battle as well, the Lycan was late once again in this team battle, and like the ultimate was already laid down, the Enigma and the Rasta, who already got initiated upon. So Lycan was just definitely, I think he was almost reluctant to go into that team battle. He was like, Rasta got picked up, so let's not fight this. We fight at tower. But instead, they kind of chased to tower, forcing the Enigma to ulti, so that Lycan's like, ah, fine. And then he finally decides to go in, and they get one measly kill on the Sand King. That was it right now. And let's check out the items real quick for the Sentinel team real quick. We can see that Destroyer getting that kill right there. He's got enough for Guinsoo right now, and Winner right now, I think he's also going to go for a Guinsoo as well.
She's close.
So double sheep going on.
She's close.
Yeah, she's very close right now. She's like 400 away. And Lich, of course, being the poor support he is, has a jar and a Magic 6, so that's fairly good. He might be going for a Django after. And Sand King, surprisingly, he only has braces right now. I thought I saw a blink on him, but I think that was from the Puck instead. And Puck also has an ultimate orb as well, so he might be going for that sheep as well. So we're going to see 3 sheep sticks on Sentinel. I think that's the plan. That's why Destroyer went sheep first, because he was going to be like, yeah, we have enough sheeps to take care of it. I don't need survivability. We'll just sheep everyone.
Yep. And that is a very good item progression on the Sentinel side. If you look at the Scourge item progression, not nearly as good. MKB is trying to be finished on a Lycan. He's about 400 go away from that. And that's pretty much it. We have an Urn, we have a Arcane Boots on the team. Mega is finished on the Enigma, but that's not really enough to kind of compete with 3 hexes on the way. 1 is already completed. I just want to point out what Scourge is doing as in terms of hero movement, in terms of how they're distributing the farm, in terms of exactly what they're doing. A lot of times we see if you have a push-oriented lineup, and you bet you this lineup was picked with the mindset of, hey, let's get down a couple towers early and push. A lot of push early lineup. You just kind of push, you lose fights, you keep pushing, and then you just lose the game because they keep killing you. And I really like how Scourge is pulling that back. You know how you play StarCraft, right, Doc? Or you watch
Yeah,
StarCraft? Okay, so this following analogy is for other StarCraft viewers out there. StarCraft viewers are very familiar with what is called a cheese, which is maybe an early game rush, and just trying to go for early game win. When a lot of cheese fails, the cheeser always keep cheesing. Like, that doesn't work out. When your cheese fail, just take your losses, turn back, and build up your army and try to win. And this is what looks like it to me for Scourge team. They try for some early shenanigans. It didn't work. But very smartly, they don't keep trying it. Like, they lost 1-2 fights. Hey, let's turn back now. Let's just go for some late games. And they do have pretty good late game. I'll talk about that as the fight ends. Where's the swap? They do get a text on him immediately. And they need to focusing down right now. There's a Sandstorm. Where's the True Side? Venom gets 3 or 4 right now. They're trying to focus out on the Destroyer. Destroyer in huge trouble. There's a self-imprisonment again. Lycan Wolf running around. His BKB is out. There's yet another Hex. And they need to focus out on this Destroyer. Destroyer is going to go down. Frost Armor keeping him alive right now. Chain Frost being dropped, but wow, bouncing non-stop. He does have the Aegis, so he can still come back right now. Meanwhile, Teamfight still going on the other side of the map. Lycan is back, but he is very vulnerable without the BKB, without his extra mobility. A third Hex being cast on the Shadow Shaman. Where's the Black Hole right now? There's a Black Hole on one guy. At the very least, they get the kill on him right now. Puck is doing a lot of work, gets a double kill right now. Here comes Lycan. Is he going to bring him off? Yes, he is. This Teamfight is just absolutely crazy. They might even bring off the Lich. Lich Frost Armor keeping alive. He needs to self-jar, maybe jar the Wolves! Epic Wolves. Triple kill on that Lycan. And that was exactly what I was talking about in before that team fight happens. If your push is not working, stop pushing. Wait for them to come to you. And hopefully you guys are all 5, because Lycan wasn't in most of the battles, but now he was, and he's actually doing quite a bit. I mean, there's a different way for the Scourge to play it. They don't always need to send the Lycan in. They could wait for the Sentinel to initiate on you, and that might sound like the dumbest thing, right? They have Puck, they have Sand King, they have Chain Frost. That might sound really ridiculously dumb, but if you look at the last team fight, Scourge had very good positioning. The Rasta was not focused. That was the critical mistake of Sentinel. They allowed the Rasta to get off every single spell multiple times. And that was instrumental for the Scourge in terms of winning that huge team fight.
Yeah, because the way they positioned themselves there was actually fairly good. Whereas they initiated on the Sand King, so the Sand King was he couldn't get his ulti off first of all. But what was good about it is that Rod inside the woods and having the Lycan actually on the outside of the woods, and he was just like, yo, you shall not pass. And you saw him, he held the line very, very effectively right now. The Rasta will be staying in the back and just sheep someone once the cooldown comes up, and the Lycan will just continue whacking on the guy that's the closest to him. And there's nothing he can do right now. He is still technically the strongest hero in the game right now. The MKB is doing so much damage to him right now. Not even the Destroyer can go hand to hand against him right now. So I think that was a fairly good fight, and a good initiation by the Scourge team. But this day, though, I was fairly disappointed in his performance. Whereas it took so long for him to actually get a Black Hole off, and yeah, he was trying to find a good spot for a good ulti, but eventually he was just like, okay, I gotta lay it down right now or else I die. And he laid it down. So that was fairly good, but he definitely could have used it a bit earlier instead of trying to go for the 5-man Black Hole that everyone wants to see.
So yes, I agree. There was really good positioning on the Sentinel, Scourge, excuse me, and that's what won the team fight. And after that team fight, let's say if you're Sentinel or you're cheering for MUFC here, what do you do in this case? You kind of, you want some early game pushes, but now you see that the very smart move by the Lycans there. You can see that he's actually using the move command, not using a right click to follow the. So the attack never gets off, but you constantly keep a tab on where the enemy hero is. So that's pretty cool. But what I was trying to say is Destroyer, like what you said, they need a Ghost Scepter on Destroyer, because once you have the Ghost Scepter, the Lycan is done. Like, he gets off your back. And if you want to depend on your Venge, there's a team fight going on here. BKB is already pop on that Lycanthrope. He's trying to go for the Windrunner. Windrunner does have the Windrun and the Frost Armor, but MKB solves that. There's an imprisonment, and that's why Lycan says, man, this bird is just so annoying. That Windrunner is still alive thanks to that imprisonment. And that's a BKB down, and that's a Lycan Wolf shapeshift down. And that means Scourge can't really fight for the next you know, 10 seconds. But here comes Puck and the Sankey. Sankey is going to Burrow Strike. Oh, comes off, but there's one Hex. Needs to drop. Oh, BKB being purchased on the Shadow Shaman. That's such a huge purchase. Rasa wards. What a ward. Trying to get a cancel or trying to get a block on Sharky. Sharky is going to end up going down to the poison at the very least. Enigma doing a little bit of work. There's a Black Hole on 2 hero. Where's the DPS? Here comes Puck with a silence. So very well played there. Windrunner still alive, man. This one juking like an absolute champ. And where's the Lycanthrope in the meantime? I think
Lycanthrope died.
He did die. And Venomancer trying to run back to the safety of his wards, and he's actually gonna get a Gale against XZXY, whatever his name is. He's dead. Is dropped right now. These wards are actually keeping this Venomancer alive so very well. Wow, what a, did you see that?
Yeah, he took.
Yo, that's a page from fucking Luminous. I do that all the time. Drop Vanguard, use one. Bro. Man. Winter. Man, Winter kind of just made me jizz a little bit. I'm not even joking.
Well, wait, what? I don't think he dropped to get that gem. Point. Oh my god, really?
No, he dropped the Vit Booster and then wind up. I mean, excuse me, uses Magic Wine. So, Magic Wand. What the fuck? I am drinking wine right now, so that's why maybe a little bit of Freudian slip it. Yeah, that's why. So you drop your Vit Booster and then you pop your wand, so you heal, and then when you pick back the Vit Booster, you basically heal a little bit more. So overall, of course, it didn't matter at all. He was fine, but it's just cool to see. I'm like a little bit giddy fanboy right now.
I think a Point Booster would have was a bit more worth it, because Point Booster at least is worth more, because you gotta spend more gold to get it back afterwards.
Okay. I think he's trying to go for heart though.
I mean, a Bracer is. Yeah, I know you spent about 800 gold on it, and it's been with you like since the beginning of the game, so you kind of get an attachment to it. But still, it's something. There's something that worth much more. You want to get that back, and you just lost 1200 gold for a 700 item.
Wait, what the hell were you talking about? What are you talking? I'm confused.
Wait, you're talking about he dropped a Point Booster for the gem, didn't you?
No. Oh no, you're talking about the Puck, right?
No. Oh, okay, never mind then. Okay.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, never mind. Let's just drop that part.
Okay.
Delete that. Whatever I just said.
Okay.
Make sure you delete.
I think we're talking about two different things. I was like, what the? Okay, no, but
okay, never mind.
Let's move on.
That part.
Let's move on. Oh man, this wine is getting to me.
We are gonna see these guys kind of grouped at Roche right now. Yeah, both teams knowing that the Roshan is up, so we're gonna see like a 12-minute camp right now. But the lanes are pushing on both sides. The top is being pushed towards the Sentinel, and the Scourge is being pushed on the bottom lane. So Destroyer smartly is gonna. And Ho's actually get a kill on it, and there's actually a number of heroes pushing it back. No, Sanhei is actually gonna be mid, and I think. Oh man, they might be trying to go for Roshan right now.
Yeah, Lycan.
Yeah, there we go. The Lycan is going on it, and the supports are. Look at how many wards there are.
Dude, this.
And the supports are making sure that they're not gonna go on him. They do see the Lycanthrope continue to jungle, but yeah, Lycanthrope is gonna chicken out, and yeah, it's gonna not fight this at all. But so yeah, we're gonna see like a 12-minute camp right now, but top is still doing a lot of pressure on that tier 2 tower right now, and we're gonna see engagement going on here. And wow, Orange goes down immediately. Now Lycanthrope just gonna charge in, but where is he going?
No, I think he realized that he couldn't go in because his BKB forms out. He know that the Hex is gonna be waiting for him. He know that the Sand King is gonna be waiting for him. So he grabbed what he can with the BKB, which I want to say that was a bad BKB. There was a swap. There was an instant Hex, so that was a great communication coming from Scourge. The way you want to do it is you have sight on the enemy hero with the Rasta. You click the Hex on the enemy hero, so when the Venge swap comes in, the Hex is casted immediately. There's no milliseconds even in between. Now we have a Smoke trying to backstab. Let's see what they can do. Enigma waiting on top of the hill. He needs to get the Black Hole. Oh no, he gets Hex immediately. Chain Frost being dropped, and they are in complete trouble. Here comes the Lycan Wolf, but no BKB. There's a Black Hole, and the DPS from the Lycan is, what are you doing? He's turning on the Sand King. Whoa, come on. Oh, because that was a Ghost Scepter being purchased, and there's a self-imprisonment, but overall I think he is still in huge trouble. Oh, there's a Hex. There's a Mecha. Wolf trying to chase him down right now. Wolf form is running out. Enigma trying to get something done. Where's the Malphus? What a juke from the Destroyer. He is going to be fine. Trying to TP out there. No, there's a TP in. And who's the TP in? There's a... Oh! No! Wolf form should be coming down very soon. Oh, come on. Come on, Wolf. Just go. Why are you...
20 seconds, actually. 20 seconds.
Oh, come on. This Wolf is pussy. Should have just went straight in. But... Okay.
Wait. Oh, now he has
He
it,
should
but
have
his
went.
wolves died.
Whatever. But earlier I was saying what Scourge very well done was they got the swap in, they got the immediate hex, and you query it, and oh, yo, Lich, gotta be careful. Cast your Frost Armor. Keep your Frost Armor up completely. As you see, no, they're gonna go straight in for the Roshan Aegis Seal. There's a swap, though. Who's gonna take the Aegis? Lycanthrope requires the Aegis, and they are in complete trouble. Windrunner is in trouble right now. Pops a cheese, so she did get the cheese. Maybe to keep him right now. Enigma trying to block within the Dream Coil. What a play right now. Shaco Shack wraps on 2 hero, but here comes the Venomix Scale. It's gonna slow her down for a little bit. Meanwhile, Puck picks out the Vengeful Spirit, still chasing down the Windrunner. Windrunner has phase with Mecha and Hex, so she is completely fine. Creeps being heroes right now. Windrunner is still popped, so she barely makes it out alive. Damn, this game is. I need to take a break. I'm gonna drink some wine.
Man, that Windrunner was like she almost died because she was running so fast, and all of a sudden she got blocked like by a wave of Scourge creeps, and almost got a few hits on the tower. Thankfully, she dodged it with a Windrunner, but yeah, she's gonna be okay. And surprisingly though, just a funny thing, Luminous, you're drinking wine. I'm actually having a few shots of it's Scotch whiskey that I'm having right now because my friend gave me a few of them, so I'm actually tasting it, having a sample of both these bottles. It's pretty awesome. But anyways, back into this game right now. Yeah, we already saw the Destroyer having that ghost stab, and you can see like how much that boosted his survivability right now. And there's Lycanthrope are just confused in a team battle of what to go for. The winner right now also has a 4-staff, so yeah, he's gonna be untouchable as well, and Lich having a ghost staff as well. So I think right now we're going to see a bunch of blinks on MUFC. They're going to see a bunch of ghost staff as well on the same team. So I don't know if this was the same team that went like all blink daggers before. I don't know. That was like a few months ago. Do you remember that?
Nope.
I think that was another like a Malaysian team or something, but it was definitely an Asian team that did it. That they had like Earthshaker, they had like Enigma, and then a bunch of other heroes. They all went for Blink Dagger. So this is almost another one of those games. Whereas instead of having one synchronized item, they're gonna have like 3 of them. Whereas the Sheep Stick, the Ghost Staff, and the Blink Dagger for everyone.
I mean, you can see that the Scourge is still hanging in the game. Like, they're not losing any Raxus. They're not really losing any fights. In fact, Lycan doing pretty good still. Like, I mean, well, at the very least, they were able to win that last team fight. They chased away a couple of heroes. They killed the Sand King. So very well done for the most part. The issue is, let's drag down the menu and look at some items. Hex number 1 on Destroyer. Hex number 2 on the Windrunner. Hex number 3 maybe on the Puck coming in a bit. Well, he's only got 700 go. But yeah. Ghost Scepter 1 and 2 on Lich and Destroyer. And we bet you everything that, or anything that Puck should be. Oh, never mind. That's as far as they go. But the other heroes, again, very good survival. We have another swap Hex right there. Rasta in trouble. But right now here, no, the Puck just went down in 2 hits. Huge crits right now. Windrunner is going to make it out alive. Lycan Wolf running in, but his ult form is out. So he's actually in trouble. You can see that 1 hit actually doing quite a bit of damage. As we see Sand King constantly with a huge epicenter. Going to get 1 kill right off the bat. The Wolf form is out. So Lycanthrope getting owned. Yeah. Oh, no. He does have the Aegis, but right now there is 3 or 4 guys waiting on him. 2 hexes waiting for him. The Ancient Chainstone is going to be there. Ult is going to be dropped on everyone. And we should see a Ghost Scepter pop on the Destroyer. He really need to pop the one to at least get rid of the Venom ult right now. Lich getting chased by the Venomancer. And where's the... No, that's going to be end of that team fight as we see Sand King being picked off by the Rasa. So these fights are going, you know, kind of everywhere. We do see Heart being completed on the Lycanthrope. Do you think that's actually a very good item choice here? Or you think something else would have been better?
I would actually suggest, I don't know, this would probably not be a common item, but I would actually suggest Blade Mail right now, because he's usually the one being focused out right now. So if you just charge in with Blade Mail, no one's going to touch him. They're going to just be so scared about him. But one of the problems is that, of course, Blade Mail doesn't last forever, and once it wears off, they're going to start focusing on him. So we're actually going to see another engagement going on here. There's so much damage going on the Lycanthrope. That's sheet number 1 getting swapped right now. Puck coming in with the silence and be giving his pop, and there's the Wolf just looking at the amount of damage it does to that winner. And now he's going to continue. He's on a rampage, and okay, never mind. He's going to back out because he sees the Puck, and so he decides to chase the Puck instead. So I think that was pretty funny, but they did manage to get 1 kill right now, and they should be able to transition this to a push. And one thing I do want to mention before it gets a little bit too late is that I think Scourge, like I said from the beginning of the game, is that they should be catching the other team by surprise, but ironically, they're the ones being constantly being caught at surprise
I
here.
think
So
no, I think that was the way they need to play it because they try to catch people by surprise. They try to swap, initiate, they try to do stuff like that, but they've been losing more hero than they're gaining right now. There's a hex, no, there's a phase right now, but wolf form is gonna be used just for the tower, and there's a glyph, and that there goes your wolf form. So right now, I mean, it's gotta be very careful. Mushi's gotta be very careful. There's a blink dagger coming with epicenter. Wow, Rasa gets focused down before everything happening, but here comes the counter initiation for the Enigma. No damage being done. Ghost Scepter being popped right now. Lycan form is out. Enigma dies. Venom needs to run, Lycan needs to run, and they're chasing the Lycan down. Can he make it out? Dream Coil is very quick, very close. But here's the chase. Where's the blind burrow strike? Oh my goodness, well played by 2FG.
yeah, definitely well played right now. But yeah, at the end of the day though, they did manage to get 1 Rax, and yeah, that's what I also want to mention from the last or the team battle two team battles ago. Oh my god. Ugh. That yeah, Enigma got caught out of position once, so he still had his black hole up when for this team battle here. But the problem is he jumped in at such a late time that there was nothing they can do. There was no follow up whatsoever, and so that Enigma is just his ulti is just completely wasted. So to be honest, I'm not really fond of this Enigma at the moment. He's either caught out of position or he's not being useful by putting some really useless black holes. Even though he's grabbing like 4 to 5 heroes, like he's not doing enough. Like there's no follow-up to do anything with it. And we're going to see the mid tower going down very, very quickly right now. And then we're just back to try to do something right now. Venomous is also here on the flank, and they're going to try to get a kill off, and the tower does go down, so now they're going to make a run for it. Lycan Throb, though, trying to do some damage, but it's just human form, and he's actually going to get shackle shot at, and this is going to go back, and there's going to be a Malefice. There's a Malefice and a swap right now. Winner is in big trouble, and Winner is mostly going to be going down, and now they actually have a gem for the Sand King as well, so Sand King actually force staffing as well. He's going to be okay. And Wolf trying to find someone to kill, but he's not going to be able to kill anyone. But no, Sand King is actually going to get intercepted by Rasta with a Blink Dagger, and they're going to continue chasing him, and he is going to go down as well. So that's 2 kills for the Scourge team, and they're going to be able to transition this into another push, most likely on the top or bottom tower.
Yo, man, this game is getting absolutely close right now. Both teams turning back and forth in terms of team fight. They're winning and losing, and it's safe to say that this game is decided solely upon positioning. When the Scourge team get caught out, if they lose a Rasta before anything happens, which was what happened in the team fight before the one that you just witnessed, then the Scourge team lose. Rasta is just a huge factor in this game. You can see that if they're winning the fight, he's able to get off so many more hexes, so many more disables, and he even have a blink dagger to help him chase. But if they lose a Rasta in the beginning, there goes that wars, there goes the hexes, there goes the shackle, and that's absolutely crucial. So both teams need to know what they need to do. Sentinel, you gotta pick off the Rasta, chain stun him, just kill him very quickly. You have very ample amount of AoE, you have ample amount of hexes. You should be able to do this right now. But the problem is, the tower is going down. The Rax is completely being breached. Orange, oh my god, taking this out of complete. I didn't think they would win this, but there are 2 Raxes up. They're gonna swing mid. Another creeps, the big creeps mid is gonna take care of it. MUFC in kind of big trouble right now.
Yeah, and I think Lycan right now should be asking for a TP from his ally so he can TP top to get that free, get those big wave to farm. No, but instead he's gonna actually give it to the Rasta. And yeah, Rasta's going to be able to get another item, but I think he should be going for Ghost Staff for a bit more survivability, because right now he definitely just needs...
I don't think so, because in all the times that he is dead, he gets hexed and he can't even pop his BKB. I think really he just wants as much HP as possible to survive long enough to get it. I would maybe even go for Lincolns, to be honest. Like just anything to pop your BKB to be useful. Shiva wouldn't be bad. Heart wouldn't be bad. Lincoln's just get something to keep him alive. I don't think Ghost Scepter would do it, because the way the Sentinel will kill him is to either blink on him and immediately Burrow Strike, or just Hex. And once he is Hex, he's going to be done, because you can see his HP level is too low. And that is Ultimate Warrior number 1, so I hope that is a Lincoln Sphere. We'll see. We'll have to see. We have to wait and see whether he's actually going to be going for that.
Yeah, the other day I actually played a game of Rasta where I'm not saying I'm any good or not, so don't take my word for it. But one of the I would say pub ways you can play Rasta is getting a Yule Scepter and a Blink Dagger, and and that will like guarantee your survivability like 9 times out of 10. But given that you're against like a lot of disables right now, and they're not gonna give you any room to do that. So yeah, like I do agree with you that since he's already got the BKB, he doesn't really need to like pop anything else. You just pop his BKB and then start running away, and then disable anyone that's chasing him, and that'll be it. So maybe the ultimate orb is going to be going for a sheepstick, but sheepstick definitely gives him a little bit more HP as well, given that the ultimate orb is fairly good. But the other item I think he could have gone is the ulti stick, even though it's not really that useful in terms of laying down the wards. It would definitely help him in terms of survivability. I think that's what you were referring to as well, right?
And anything to get extra HP. I don't care how you do it, just get some. Right now, what Sentinel need to do is not complete the hex on the puck. I think what they need to do is buybacks, because that's the only thing that's going to keep them alive. If you've been paying attention to the Scourge team fight, they are strong, but they run out of steam very quickly, especially in conjunction. Like when your Lycan Wolf is down, when your BKB is down, like they are severely weaker. And if you have enough buyback to secure it, you would never lose a team fight. You know, if you don't get half your team wiped in one single instant. If you have enough buyback, you shouldn't lose any team fights. So I think that's what MUFC need to save for. If they could progress in terms of items, it's gonna be good. But really, I think they have what they need to win the fight. Again, it comes down to positioning. If they could get Rasta, or if they could get a key hero, this is the 4th incarnation of Roshan right now. As we see the Scourge, I think on a very good route and taking it. Yeah, Sentinel won't be able to get there on time, and Scourge slowly but surely getting a chokehold on MUFC, and Orange have to make a huge mistake for them to lose the game right now. They're up by 2 lanes of racks. Lycanthrope is almost unkillable between his heart, 522 movement speed, and a BKB. And now he has an Aegis, so Scourge on a pretty good route to victory. But if they do end up losing this, I will face farm so hard. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, and as you see that they're gonna try to get their final fight going on here. They smoked up and tries to get a surprise attack right now. I think that's very, very smart. They do see half the heroes going on right now, but both teams are smoked towards each other. Lycanthrope being in the front, that was very good right now. Rasta coming in here, pops his ulti, pops everything, and it, oh my god, Nigma's gonna go down before he can even land his ulti. And now, Sandking actually did quite a bit of hurt as well. And are they going to be able to disable the winner? No, the winner is going to be able to get out alive. And that's 2 and 2 for both. And actually, Rasa just completely bowling this puck. Puck goes down as well. So that's 3 for 2 right now. And I think they're going to just continue to walk up to top and then push this down. And there's really nothing they can do about it because Destroyer went down. And that's basically their main source of DPS. And I think one of the good things, what they did right there for Lycan is that they suspected the other team to be smoking, so they.
Oh.
But Lycanthrope in the top of BKB, he'll be able to tank like at least like 2 or 3 sheeps before he dies, or before he gets saved. And that was the case here. Moment he sees like 3 to 4 heroes, he pops BKB, and there's nothing to do. They're caught by surprise as well, the Sentinel team. So they couldn't really react onto Lycanthrope because he's so tanky, and he has like 300. And he's immune, right? So that's why they couldn't really do anything. They were so confused, and they clumped up, so that's why they couldn't do anything about it. And now they're going to try to valiantly defend against this. Lycanthrope is actually going to go down, but he does have the Aegis, so he should be okay. And they're just waiting for the Vengeful Spirit and the Enigma to come back in to help him a little bit. But surprisingly, they're keeping the top lane at pretty good shape right now. It's kind of surprising. Yeah,
they were doing a good bulk of it without the Destroyer, but the whole bunch of creeps breaching their towers, breaching their base right now. I think I'm going to completely agree with you, the fact that they sent the Lycan in front, and they were able to send the Lycan in front because he had the Aegis. He's like, you know what, even if I die, I will be coming back alive with 3,400 HP. I will be able to tank once again. So very smart in terms of hero movement, and that's what Roshan does for you. He wins your game, really. If you grab the Aegis on a key hero and you position that hero properly, you're going to be fine. Again, Scourge not looking for the fights. Even though they smoked up, they weren't looking for the fight. It's smart that they get initiated upon and take all the damage with the Lycan. And really, the key player in that game to me was the Shadow Shaman. He was able to blink in and Hex, and the Hex immediately dispelled the Ghost Scepter of the Destroyer, and that was it. That was really it. Destroyer got focused down in 2 seconds. Lycanthrope just did too much damage. Rasa, just too much disables at the end of it, and he is going to be going for Hex like you guessed. And right now, MUFC is holding to their last tower, last racks, and I'm not too sure whether they can defend this.
Yo, do you see the item on Lycanthrope right now? New item?
Uh-oh. Pretty good.
He has a Manta style.
Pretty good item.
It really is, because he can actually make 3 wolves out of it.
Yeah. Well, those
If he
wolf
doesn't
actually
pop.
would hurt quite a bit. You have plus 84 freaking strength. Like, they would hurt. Especially when they benefit from, like, feral impulse and wolf forms and all that stuff. All that jazz. And here we go. Sanking trying to be initiating, not just disturbing the push going on. To me, what they really need to do is power shot and lose your orb and kill creeps before you even get up to the tower. Because if you allow the Scourge to get high ground, they will just slowly and well in the tower. You can see that on the base, all the towers are low. This deny the tower. Why the hell not, right? But Scourge, they're keeping the composure. They're like, you know what? We're up 2 racks. You know, we have so many good backup initiation in terms of Enigma. We could just run in, you know. But that's how you lose games. You just keep your composures. Play it slow.
Enigma actually has his ulti up now. I think that's what they were waiting for. And now Lycan also has his Manta style, so he's going to be up. And there we go. There's the engagement we're looking for. Destroyer's going to actually get stunned at the perfect time. He's going to go down. Sanky not doing any damage with his ulti right now, so Wolf is just in there doing his own thing, just chasing everyone. Everyone is forced to run back, and they're just going to completely base up and kill everyone. And there we go. That's the 3rd kill coming in right now. Oh man, Miss Black Hole outplayed for the Enigma, and there we go. The Ras also went down as well, so that is basically GG.
Yo, man, called it. There's 2 ways for you to play this push strat when you're losing it. You either keep cheesing and fail, or you hold back and go for the late game, and that's exactly what Orange did. Has some very nice team fights. Play their Lycan a different way. You don't charge in and be a big bad doggy and try to kill people. You wait for them to go on you and set up your Rasa, set up your Enigma Black Hole, which by the way still didn't have as good Black Holes. But regardless, the stuns were there, the heals were there, and that's all they needed. MUFC getting a little bit outplay. I wasn't really liking the strategical choice, especially again right in the beginning. I know I'm bringing it back, 50 minutes later. This Windrunner should have been pushing. The item choices were good, but not good enough. So that's kind of all she wrote.
Yeah, who do you think the MVP would be?
Rasa,
for this
don't
team?
need to ask.
I would definitely vote for Rasa as well. But yeah, I definitely totally agree with you that I think MUFC could have definitely utilized their early game a bit better, and they definitely lost a lot of ground during the early game because they were so thrown off by the push strat. But yeah, like I said before, they don't see everything, so they were scared as well. Like if you play in an in-house and else, you don't expect someone to do a push strat, especially when you have a Lycan on the other team. You would expect him to be jungling, like 10 out of 10. But instead, you see Lycan actually cutting creeps with the rest of his team at bottom, so you're just completely mindfucked. So your whole game is thrown off because of it. You don't know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And you can see in this case here, I hope you guys learned something from it. I definitely did. Is that well, there are times you gotta be more aggressive and just gotta adapt. Like you just gotta adapt to the changes in the game and the things that the enemy throws at you. You just gotta adapt to it and then make use of it.
That's it, Doc? Are you...
Yeah, that's basically it for me.
Okay, I think we're done here. This was a very long and exciting game. But this is not the end. ESTC, yes, Electronic Sports Thailand chat. Man, I'm getting so good to say that. ESTC is still going on. There's going to be more exciting matches coming your way. Feel free to check out my channel and also Doc's channel. You will find a link to his channel in my channel. Yep, hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. And until next time, this is Doc and Luminous signing off. To you guys.